Last year, thousands of people had their LLC filings rejected, not because the process is hard, it's actually pretty straightforward, but because of small mistakes that nobody warned them about. A wrong word in the business name, a missed checkbox, filing in the wrong state because some blog told them to. In this video, I'm going to walk you through every step of starting an LLC. But more importantly, I'm going to show you the exact details that trip people up. The stuff that costs real money when you get it wrong. And at the end, I'll give you a checklist you can follow start to finish. Hi, I'm Stacy, and I'm with LLCBuddy. We maintain step-by-step LLC formation guides for all 50 states and DC. The filing fees, the naming rules, the deadlines, the gotchas. We update them constantly because this stuff changes more often than people realize. Now, this video covers the universal steps that work no matter which state you're in. If you're watching this on one of our state pages, the exact fees, forms, and filing links for your state are right below this video. So watch this first for the full picture, then use the page to handle the specifics. Alright, 6 steps, let's go! First decision, which state do you file in? For 90% of you watching, the answer is simple. The state where you live or where your business physically operates. If that's the same state, great. File there, move on. Where people go wrong is the internet telling them to file in Delaware or Wyoming because those states are business friendly. And look, there's truth to that. Delaware has a specialized court system that Fortune 500 companies value. Wyoming has no state income tax and strong privacy rules. But here's the part those articles don't mention. If you form your LLC in Wyoming, but you actually run your business from, say, Ohio, you're required to also register it as a foreign LLC in Ohio. That's 2 sets of filing fees, 2 annual reports, 2 compliance deadlines to track. For a solo freelancer or a small local business, you just doubled your costs and paperwork for zero benefit. Quick numbers to know. State filing fees range from $40 on the low end to $500 on the high end. That's a big range. Your state's exact fee is on the page below this video. Now, step 2 is where most rejections happen, and it's something you can completely avoid. Your LLC name isn't just branding, it's a legal document, and there are rules that, if you break them, the state sends your filing straight back, sometimes after you have already paid the fee. Here's what you need to know to get it right. Rule 1. Your name must include Limited Liability Company, or an abbreviation, LLC. Every state requires this. Leave it off and it's an automatic rejection. Rule 2. The name can't be identical to or deceptively similar to another business already registered in your state. That phrase, deceptively similar, is where people get surprised. You can't just change one letter and think you're clear. If Bright Solutions LLC exists, don't assume Bright Solutions LLC will be approved. It probably won't. Rule 3. Certain words are restricted. Bank, insurance, university, attorney. This requires special licensing or a licensed professional as part of the LLC. You can't call yourself First National Bank LLC just because it sounds credible. Before you file, search your state Secretary of State business database. That's where you confirm availability. Your state search link is on the page below. But here's a step almost nobody takes, and I think it's one of the most important things in this entire video. Run a quick search on the USPTO trademark database. It's free, takes 2 minutes, and your state might happily approve your LLC name. But if someone holds a federal trademark on those words, you could get a cease and desist letter 6 months from now and be forced to rebrand. A 2-minute search today can save you thousands later. 2 more quick things. Name reservations are temporary, usually 60 to 120 days depending on your state. If you don't file your LLC within that window, the name goes back into the pool. And if you want to operate under a different brand name than your legal LLC name, that's called a DBA, doing business as, and it's a separate filing. It doesn't replace your LLC name. Okay, you've got your state, you've got your name. Step 3 is quick, but people mess it up badly, and it can get your LLC dissolved without you even knowing. Every LLC in every state needs a registered agent. 0 exceptions. This is the person or company officially designated to receive legal and government documents on your LLC's behalf. Tax notices, compliance letters, And if it ever comes to it, lawsuit papers. Now, you can be your own registered agent. It's legal. But let me give you 3 reasons why experienced business owners almost never do. Reason 1, privacy. Your registered agent's name and address go on the public record. If you work from home and you are your own agent, congratulations. Your home address is now searchable by anyone who looks up your LC online. Reason 2, availability. You have to be physically present at that address during all normal business hours, every single business day. If you're at a client meeting, on a flight, or on a vacation, and a process server shows up to deliver legal documents and nobody's there, that's a missed legal notice. That can spiral. Reason 3. This is the one that catches people. If your registered agent resigns or lapses, and you don't immediately appoint a new one, the state can dissolve your LLC. Your business just stops existing in the eyes of the state. I've seen this happen to people who had no idea until they tried to renew a contract or open a bank account. Professional registered agent services run between $50 and $300 a year. For the privacy and reliability you get, it's one of the most worthwhile costs in this entire process. Quick example. You're a solo freelance designer running your business from your apartment. Being your own registered agent means your apartment address is now permanently tied to your LC in a public database. A $100 a year service keeps your personal address completely off the record. Alright, step 4. This is the big one, the actual filing that creates your LLC. This is the step that officially brings your LLC into existence. You're submitting a formation document to your state. Depending on where you are, it's called the Articles of Organization, Certificate of Formation, or Certificate of Organization. Different names, exact same thing. The form is usually shorter than most people expect. You'll fill in your LLC name, registered agent's name and address, your business address, and one important choice, whether your LLC is member managed or manager managed. Quick distinction, because this trips people up. Member managed means the owners run the day-to-day business. Manager managed means you designate specific people, who may or may not be owners, to handle operations. If you're a solo founder, pick member managed. If you have investors who own a share but won't be running things, manager managed is what you want. Choose wrong and you may need to file an amendment later, which costs money. Most states let you file online, and it's the fastest route. Some states process online filings within 24 hours. Filing mail works too, but expect 2 to 6 weeks. Now, about cost. When you see $0 LLC formation anywhere, here's what that actually means. The service helping you is free, but the state filing fee is not. Nobody on earth can waive the state fee. It's the government's charge for registering your business. It ranges from $40 to $500 depending on your state. Your exact number is on the page below. And one more thing that saves people real money. Triple check every field before you submit. A typo in your registered agent's address, a mismatch between the name you form and the name you reserved, an extra space, a missing comma. These cause rejections. And some states charge you the full filing fee again to refile. One careful read through before you click submit is worth its weight in gold. Okay, your LLC now legally exists, but the next step is the one most beginners skip, and it's the one that costs them the most later. Most states don't require an operating agreement, and because of that, most beginners skip it. This is, without exaggeration, the most common and the most expensive mistake people make when forming an LLC. An operating agreement is an internal document that spells out how your LLC actually works, who owns what percentage, how profits get split, who makes decisions, and what happens if someone wants out. Here's why it matters in real life. Say you start an LLC with a friend. You invest $80,000, your friend invests $20,000. You handshake on an 80-20 profit split. Makes sense, right? But you never write it down. Then, a disagreement happens. Without an operating agreement, your state's default rule kicks in. And in most states, the default is a 50-50 split, regardless of who put in what. Your $80,000 investment just got you the same share as your friend's $20,000. Even if you're a single member LLC, get one. Banks often ask for it when you open a business bank account, and it reinforces the legal separation between you and your LLC, which, remember, is the entire point of having one. What to include? Ownership percentages, profit and loss distribution, management roles, what happens when a member exits, and how the LLC dissolves. And remember, it's a living document. You can update it as things change, but getting version 1 done at formation is what matters. One more step, and this one's actually the easiest. Your EIN, Employer Identification Number, is a social security number for your business. The IRS issues it and it's completely free. You need it to open a business bank account, hire employees, and file taxes. Even if you're solo with no employees, get one. It keeps your personal SSN off every business document you'll ever sign. If you have a social security number, go to irs.gov. Use the EIN assistant, and you'll have your number in about 5 minutes. It's issued right there on the spot. One thing that catches people: the IRS online EIN tool is only available Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. If you try on a Saturday night, the system is just off. Don't panic. Come back on Monday, and for anyone watching from outside the US, if you're a non-US resident forming a US LLC, the online application won't work for you. You'll need to fill out IRS Form SS4 and submit it by fax or mail. The fax number is 855-641-6935. Processing takes 4 to 6 weeks, so factor that into your timeline. That's 6 steps. Your LLC now officially exists, but I need about 60 more seconds of your time, because what you do next can make or break the protection your LLC is supposed to give you. First, and I cannot stress this enough, open a business bank account today, not next week. If you run your business money through your personal account, you're handing a future lawyer the easiest argument in the world to pierce the corporate veil. That's the legal term for when a court says your LLC is a sham and your personal assets, your car, your savings, your house, are fair game. Keeping money separate is the single most important thing you do after filing. Second, check your beneficial ownership information report requirement. Under the Corporate Transparency Act, most LLCs must file a BOI report with FinCEN. The rules around this have been evolving and there have been legal challenges. So check FinCEN's website directly for the latest requirements and deadlines. Don't assume you're exempt. Third, find out if you need business licenses or permits. This varies wildly by industry and location. A home-based web design business probably needs nothing extra. A food truck needs health permits, a business license, and possibly a fire safety inspection. Your state page below has resources to help you check. Fourth, set a calendar reminder right now for your annual report deadline. Most states require one, and missing it can mean late fees of $50 to $200, or in some states, your LLC gets dissolved. This is the number one thing that takes people by surprise a year later. Before we wrap, 5 mistakes quickly. 1. Filing in Delaware or Wyoming when you actually operate elsewhere. You'll pay double for no benefit. 2. Skipping the operating agreement because the state doesn't require it. The state also doesn't require you to lock your front door. Doesn't mean you shouldn't. 3. Using your personal bank account for business expenses. Fastest way to lose your liability protection. 4. Forgetting annual compliance. Your LLC doesn't maintain itself. Mark the deadline. 5. Not searching for federal trademarks before picking a name. The state approves the name, but a trademark holder can force you to change it. Here's your full checklist, start to finish. Get clear on your business idea and how it affects your filing. Choose your state where you live or operate. Search your state's database and USPTO for your LLC name. Appoint a registered agent. A professional is recommended. File your formation documents. Pay the state fee. Triple check the form. Draft your operating agreement, even if the state doesn't require it. Get your EIN from the IRS. Free for 5 minutes. Open a business bank account today. Check BOI report requirements on FinCEN's website. Determine if you need licenses, permits, or state tax registrations. And set a calendar reminder for your state's annual report deadline. That's the whole process. You now know more about forming an LLC than most people do after they've already filed. Your state-specific details, the exact filing fee, the direct filing link, the naming rules, the deadlines are right below this video. Scroll down and everything's there. And if at any point you decide you'd rather have a professional handle the paperwork so you can focus on actually building your business, we've tested the top options and linked our recommendation below the video as well. Totally your call. If this video helped, hit like or subscribe. We do this every week. I'll see you on the next one.